Peace, everyone. This is Baba Kilindi, and I'm here to remind everyone about this Sunday's webinar, um, January 15th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be doing a webinar on ancient technologies of the gods. This webinar will clue folks into the use of entheogens in conjunction with the organic natural technologies of the earth that were deposited here millions of years ago as memory devices and maps to be able to navigate through the hyperdimensional realms. So I'm here to just remind everyone, you can go to Eventbrite and type in the search ancient technologies of the gods to get into the webinar. We'll be talking about crystals, sacred homes. We'll be talking about tattoos, scarification, jewelry, adornment, rocks, how to access the sun codes, a lot of different things from the ancient technologies. So tune in to us, support. This is something that is sorely needed. We don't need a new earthly civilization of what we've already had. In other words, I don't believe personally that a new African-centered educational institution is going to solve our problems, although we need African-centered institutions. I don't believe that protesting, marching, and all those things is going to make a difference. But we can make a difference by becoming something more, by becoming our potential as beings in the multiverse. The human is a bridge, it's not the destination. It's only a place that we're going through. Our ability through accessing the genetic code, the DNA, to open up those non-coding DNA strands and become the super beings that we are becoming slowly. And this webinar will deal with speeding that up. We'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about our upcoming trips for this year. We'll be talking about the Women at Entheogens Conference, September 15th, 16th, and 17th in Cleveland, Ohio, and our trips to London and Australia this year. So tune in, give us a shout out and a thumbs up or whatever they do, okay on Facebook, so that we can convey this information because it's sorely needed. It will move us from the theoretical into the practical, spiritual realms where we can make a difference in our lives and our families' lives, so that we can stop struggling and move to a position where we can command our own sovereignty through being something more than the human. Africa is necessary, but it's not sufficient. We must open ourselves up to the knowledge of the whole world because it's all ours, and then move past the whole world into the transdimensional realms, into other planets, other beings, entities that are full of knowledge, the great libraries and worlds that are in the entheogenic, psychedelic, hallucinogenic worlds. So hey, Sunday, the 15th of January, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get in where you can because it's going to be full. And the things that we are going to be talking about are things that you can actually do, not things that you can speculate about or pontificate about or talk about, but things that you can actually do. We have the technology to explore these worlds and spiritual systems of the ancients, of the ancestors. Ancestral acknowledgement, ancestral access through the use of our sacred power plants. This is the way we've always did it. It's been secret for the last 6,000 years and not available to the rank and file everyday person who's just out here like you and I on the street trying to make a way in a world that was set up before we got here. They gave all the land they picked up all of the, all of the good water spots, the beaches, all that. We need to start claiming our sovereignty, our power, and I believe, and I think, and I know, and everything else that goes with it, that this is our way out of this thing. Power plants, entheogens, hallucinogens to access the genetic code, to be able to become something more, to rise above the nonsense that's here, to not worry about what Trump's going to do or if anybody else is going to do, what Russia's going to do, Iraq, Syria. It won't matter if we become something more. So come on out Sunday and participate in the webinar, get the information, and then move on it. Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon, and I'll see you all Sunday.